Mike Rizzitiello, College Place City Administrator, here with your July 2024 City Update. For community events that are coming up, it's Farmers Market. That is every Thursday from 4 to 7 p.m. over at Kiwanis Park at 2nd and Dade Avenue. And that's throughout the end of September. Farmers Markets will be canceled, however, if the temperature gets above 100 degrees. Movies at the park will be July 13th at sunset, and Ghostbusters will be the film for that. Council meeting, next council will be July 23rd, and the key items there will be the ordinance to authorize putting out a voter-approved bond for a replacement police station on the November 2024 ballot. That's really key. We've been talking about that at City Council. The existing police station had a previous life as a mechanic shop and student apartments, so it was not really designed for a police station yet. It's been around for the decades, so we really need to get with the current times. So that's what that one's about. Also, there'll be a public hearing for a transportation improvement plan. Think of that like just a Christmas list, if you will. So it's listing all the roads and sidewalks and so forth we want to improve over coming years, and then it makes it eligible for federal and state grant funding. There are also a variety of other advisory commissions coming up as well. July 16th is the Planning Commission. That'll be at 7 p.m. at City Hall. At that meeting, they will talk about the countywide planning policy update, and then also the pre-approved housing plans. So we're looking at doing pre-approved plans for ADUs, and then if they're successful, move on from there to other types of housing. So that follows a successful initiative that was done in South Bend, Indiana, and a couple of other jurisdictions. So we're going to try it out here, try and make building more timely and cost effective. July 18th is Historic Preservation Commission. That'll be at 4 p.m. at City Hall, and the commission will be talking about the monument that's getting constructed over at the County Poor Farm Cemetery. That's off Mockingbird Drive over in Country Estates. So that's actually city-owned property where that cemetery is at. So we end up getting a state grant to put a really nice monument there that'll list all the folks that are buried on that parcel. July 26th is the Park Arbor and Recreation Board meeting, and they'll be 8 a.m. at City Council chambers. And there'll be an update as to Lions Park construction, also planning activities around the Veterans Park renovation, and then updates to our next 6-year park plan. And that'll enable us to get state grant funds to build new parks and then also renovate existing parks. August 5th is our Economic Development Commission meeting, and we'll be talking about a hotel study that's currently going on, and then also kick off our comprehensive economic development strategy work. And they'll be a year-long process. Once that plan is done, it'll be good for 6 years, and it'll open us up to a wide array of grants on both economic development and infrastructure levels federally. Also, City Council is engaging in a big update to the strategic plan. That's really important because that really sets the vision for the community and everything we're trying to achieve. We've had minor updates the last couple of years, but really it all dovetails back to a strategic plan that was adopted back in 2017. And since that time, we have a new mayor, 3 new council members. So it does need a big update, and they'll help govern activities over the next 8 years. So there'll be surveys, and they'll be shared in the newsletter and social media, and a lot of engagement opportunities, because the goal is to get a new strategic plan updated and approved as part of the budget process before we enter fiscal year 2025. Now going into department updates. For Human Resources, resources. We do have positions available. So if you're interested in working for a city, please go to the website cpwa.us and apply today. Open positions are as follows. The city clerk position, so that deals with helping to record the public meetings like council, take minutes, and really be custodian for our public records. Also, there'll be 2 other positions that'll be advertised soon. One will be a streets position over in the Public Works Department, running the street sweeper and doing street maintenance activities. That'll be a replacement for Randy Chamberlain that just retired. And then the other is a senior planner position. We end up getting a state grant that'll pay for a planner position, and that position will really be in charge of getting out planning approvals quickly. So if you're interested, please apply for all that. Community development, right now they're working on the pre-approved ADU plan. Also, the comprehensive planning process is going to start soon because the current one expires in about a year, and that sets forth the entire future plan and vision of the community, from land use, transportation, economic development, even climate, now that the state mandates that. So it's a really important document. Also, we continue to work on Martin Airfield planning, and that's going to be foreshadowed at the next Economic Development Commission meeting, what utilities are needed out there, things like that. Finance department, they were working on the budget for fiscal year 2025. You're going to hear more about that as we get closer to the end of the year. So new 6-year plans for capital, equipment, IT, and then we'll be projecting out what the needs are. So stay tuned on that, and also go on their website, cpwa.us, and then in the finance and budget page, and you'll see all the information there. Fire department. If folks want to volunteer for a fire department, they can. Please keep in mind, we are different from our neighbors. In fact, Walla Walla, they're a fully career department. Ours is combination. So that means it's full-time staffers that support the cadre of volunteers. So if you want to volunteer, please call Chief Winger, 509-529-6506, and we'll get you set up. Also, fire station, we end up getting some grants to do some work over there. So they'll be getting a new back stairwell, and then also a lot of new HVAC upgrades with a state legislative grant, thanks to our 16th district delegation. Police department, as I previously mentioned, we're really in the work about putting out information about the police station bond, because essentially the existing building was not built for this kind of function, and as we're growing, we need facilities that essentially match where the community is going. So please look for all the information as we publish that out on the website, and vote. And then beyond that, there'll also be some upgrades with the camera units. So as part of that Rose Street channelization project, we're going to look at getting another security camera for the Rose and Cary Court area. So that's good. Also, Public Works, due to citizen requests and an engineer report, actually just put up stop signs and make a two-way stop sign area over at 10th and Bade. So if you're driving on Bade, then there's warning signs now, but if you see a new stop sign, that's what it's based on, because there was an engineer memo and then cadre of citizen requests for that. Public Works, there's a lot going on this summer, so I'm going to go over all that so you're aware of what's going on and where and by whom. So a number of projects are currently under construction. One is lift station number 5, so replacing an outdated wastewater lift station. It's one that's safe for staff to essentially run, and it'll also have backup power. Current one does not, and also will be safe for citizens because the current one is a tripping hazard on a sidewalk, and the new one will actually have a building that's safe. So Apollo is working on that. That's on Southwest 1st between Evans and Academy Way, and as part of that project, the road's getting redone, so we'll have new sidewalk, new pavement. It'll really be nice. Apollo is working on that. Apollo also just got awarded bid for the wastewater treatment plant rehab, so that's to get some new mechanical equipment up in there, so that's now going as well. Well number 8, which is currently being drilled at the end of Southwest Teal on city-owned property, that's getting near being completed. And then we'll be moving to building the well house and ordering the mechanical equipment. A lot of that's paid for by Public Works Trust Fund money, and then also State Department of Health grant as well. Now on to road projects. Northeast Damson, that's paid for by a Transportation Improvement Board grant. So Eastern Oregon Construction, they are doing that project. So end result will be new pavement, new sidewalk, new water and sewer underneath. For now, Damson is closed though, essentially from Cargill all the way up to Rose. And then tangential parts of that project that will be completed later will be restriping Rose between Wallula-Lambert intersection and Cary Court to match what Walla Walla is doing. So rechannelizing it to 3 lanes, so 1 lane each direction, center turn lane, and then bike lanes on each side. And then the bike lanes will have like a little bit of awkward transition at Lambert to get to the multi-use path. Then also we'll be adding pedestrian street lamps like what you see over on College Avenue. So Rose Street will have those pedestrian street lamps. They'll run from Ash at least to the Wallula-Lambert intersection. We're going to try to get to Cary Court, but it'll be dependent upon how cost prohibitive it is to pull out concrete panels on that sidewalk element. So we'll see. Lions Park, that's under construction. The community center access is being maintained off of Southeast 8th. Nelson Construction is working on that. So far, it's running according to schedule. So it should be done by next May. That's the game plan. So Farmers Market could move there. And then from that point, we'll be moving to replacing the community center with that multi-purpose facility. And we're trying to get we have a bunch of state and federal grant money, and we're trying to get even more grants to make that happen. So phase 1 is fixing the whole park. Phase 2 is changing out the community center building, and the target on that is between 2025 and 2026. Also, post office crosswalk, that bid was just awarded. So you're going to be seeing construction on College Avenue right in front of the post office between 6th and 4th, where we're putting in more street lamps, bulb outs, and a really safe crosswalk. So there may be temporary detours on that. Now, another thing I want to mention is there's a variety of engineering going on. So if you see folks walking around with surveying equipment, this is what it's about. So please pay attention to these projects. Southeast 8th Street, we ended up getting a state grant to run a sidewalk down 8th for the gaps that have no sidewalk from College Avenue to Larch, including bump outs to get safely across Larch to Lions Park. So JUB Engineering is currently surveying that corridor. Southwest Majania Road between College and Blueview. With that roadway, we are working essentially on the right-of-way acquisition phase. So the PBS engineers has staked that, and they staked it for a variety of things. There's stakes in there for permanent easement, and then also construction easement, because there's some temporary easements you need to stage equipment. So just because an area is staked doesn't mean that's going to be the actual road. It's for a variety of other uses. JUB is also doing some engineering around that new east-west road across from the high school, so there's that. And then also Veterans Park, we have some grants to go update that, so JUB is doing that as well. And then JUB Engineering is also on the grounds of the treatment plant, because we have a variety of state and federal grant money to go build a new water tower up on the bluff at the grounds of a wastewater treatment plant, about a 1 million gallon reservoir. So they're surveying for that, because the goal there is to get to construction on that later in 2025. And then some other things, there's some preliminary engineering going on for a couple of grant applications we're going to file with this State Transportation Improvement Board. So one is 12th and Larch intersection, converting that into a roundabout. Another one is the back entrance of Home Depot off of Whitman, because we're trying to repurpose that intersection because we're very close on getting a substantial commercial development south of Home Depot. But in order there, get all that. We need to turn that back entrance into a roundabout so that way freight can get into that new development. Also, we are going to file a grant to overlay Larch Avenue from 12th to 4th Street, because with all the grant money that's getting poured into Lions Park, we're really trying to ensure that all the ways to get there are safe and in good condition. So a lot of stuff's going on. We'll update you as things change. Thank you.